Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Wednesday. We've got 14 matchups on this MLB slate today. So be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Busy slate today. Starting with the Texas Rangers versus the Detroit Tigers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at minus 160. Detroit plus 135 with the over-under at 9. Rangers coming into this matchup 35-19. Detroit 25-28. Pitching for the Rangers is Dane Dunning with an ERA of 1.67. And currently don't know who's pitching for the Tigers. Sure, it'll be released here soon. So be sure to check that info when it does get released. Dunning coming off 3 really good starts on the mound, only giving up 4 runs in his last 3 starts. Rangers coming off a Detroit win yesterday, 10-6, winning the last 2 games against Detroit. They're 8-2 in their last 10. They're playing very good. 4-2 on the road against Detroit. Yeah, I really like the Rangers. They're playing very well. They've looked very good in this series. And Dane Dunning, 4-0 on the mound. He's been excellent. I'm going to roll with the Rangers on the road. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Angels versus the Chicago White Sox. White Sox opening up as home favorites at minus 130. LA plus 120 with the over-under at 9. Angels coming into this matchup 29-27. The White Sox 23-34. Pitching for the Angels is Jamie Barria with an ERA of 1.55. Pitching for the White Sox is Lance Lynn with an ERA of 5.83. Barria, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Lynn, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. LA losing to the White Sox yesterday, 7-3. Tough loss there. And, the LA 10-5 on the road against the White Sox. 13-7 against the White Sox. They've been very good. It's a pretty even pitching matchup. Barria, he's only pitched once this season. He looked very good in that start a week or 2 ago. And I think there's good value on the Angels today. I'll take a shot at the Angels plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Chicago Cubs. Rays opening up as road favorites at minus 135. The Cubs plus 115 with the over-under at 9.5. I'm sorry, the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Rays is Zach Eflin with an ERA of 3.17. Pitching for the Cubs is Justin Steele with an ERA of 2.77. Eflin, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 0 strikeouts. Steele, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Eflin's been very good on the mound here for the Rays. He's 7-1. He's been very good. And yeah, we got the Rays. Just back-to-back losses against the Cubs here. Losing 2-1 and 1-0. I mean, they've been playing good D on the Cubs. Holding them to just 1 to 2 runs here. And I'm not going to abandon ship on the Rays here. Cubs have gotten some nice underdog wins these last 2 games, even with the McClanahan on the mound yesterday. I like the Rays to bounce back still, and I'm taking the Rays on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Atlanta Braves versus the Oakland Athletics. Braves opening up as road favorites at minus 250. Oakland plus 200 with the over-under at 9. Braves coming into this matchup 32-23. Oakland 12-45. Pitching for the Braves is Jared Schuster with an ERA of 5.33. Pitching for Oakland is James Caprillion with an ERA of 8.45. Schuster, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Caprillion, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. The Braves coming off back-to-back losses against Oakland. Yeah, it's crazy. Oakland been able to get back-to-back wins. First 2 back-to-back wins, I'd say, in a long time. Yeah, tough. I don't know what's going on with the Braves. Even with Bryce Elder on the mound, he's pitched a very good game here. They just really couldn't get any hits going. And they are 7-2 on the road against Oakland here. Again, I'm not abandoning ship here. I think Braves bounce back here against Oakland. And I'm taking the Braves on the road again. Next matchup, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at -125. The Pirates +105 with the over-under at 7.5. Pirates coming into this matchup 27-27. The Giants 28-27. Pitching for the Pirates is Mitch Keller with an ERA of 3.01. Pitching for the Giants is Alex Wood with an ERA of 3.51. Keller, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Wood, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. The Pirates coming off a Giants win yesterday, winning 2-1 after getting destroyed the game before. Pirates are just 1-5 on the road against the Giants. 1-4 straight up against the Giants here. Alex Wood's been very good on the mound. Keller's been good, but he's coming off that 6-run game here, and I still like the Giants to win at home, and I'm going to roll with San Francisco in this one. Next matchup, we got the Washington Nationals versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at -250. Washington +200 with the over-under at 9.5. Washington coming into this matchup 23-32. The Dodgers 34-22. Pitching for the Nationals is Patrick Corbin with an ERA of 4.88. Pitching for the Dodgers is Noah Syndergaard with an ERA of 6.27. Corbin, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Syndergaard, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Both pitchers coming off rough games on the mound. Washington on a 3-game losing streak, losing 9-3 to the Dodgers yesterday. Dodgers, they looked very good in this series so far. 2 pretty dominating wins here. Washington is just 2-6 on the road against the Dodgers, where they do struggle here. I'm still leaning with the Dodgers at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the San Diego Padres versus the Miami Marlins. Padres opening up as road favorites at -120. Miami +100 with the over-under at 8.5. Padres coming into this matchup 25-29. The Marlins 28-27. Pitching for the Padres is Blake Snell with an ERA of 5.04. Pitching for the Marlins is Braxton Garrett with an ERA of 4.50. Snell, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Garrett, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Padres coming off a Marlins win yesterday, 9-4. Nice win there. They are just 2-4 on the road against Miami. Snell really has not been good on the mound for the Padres this season. I mean, it's kind of been rough for him. He's just 1-6 here. Hasn't been able to get any wins. And I think I'm going to lean with the Marlins +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we've got the Cleveland Guardians versus the Baltimore Orioles. Cleveland opening up as road favorites at -120 with the over-under at 8.5. Cleveland coming into this matchup 24-30. The Orioles 35-20. Pitching for the Guardians is Shane Bieber with an ERA of 3.04. Currently don't have who's listed pitching for Baltimore today. We'll see who ends up pitching. It is a 3 o'clock game. The info just hasn't been released anywhere as I'm recording. So we'll see what happens there. Bieber, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Coming up, he's been pretty solid on the mound all year. Cleveland losing to Baltimore 5-8 yesterday. Yeah, really just undecided on the pitching info here. We'll see what happens for Baltimore. Cleveland's been good head-to-head against Baltimore, 8-4 against Baltimore here. It was a nice win yesterday for Baltimore, but with the pitching situation undecided, Probably going to be a big bullpen kind of game here. And I think I'm going to take a shot with Cleveland on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Milwaukee Brewers versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto opening up as home favorites at -180. The Brewers +155 with the over-under at 9.5. Brewers coming into this matchup 28-26. Toronto 29-26. Pitching for the Brewers is Julio Teheran with an ERA of 1.87. Pitching for the Blue Jays is Alek Manoah with an ERA of 5.53. Teheran, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Manoah, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Yeah, Brewers losing 7-2 yesterday. Not a great game for the Brewers yesterday. Toronto on a 2-game winning streak right now. The Brewers just 3-10 on the road, 2-4 against Toronto. Teheran's only pitched 1 time this season. They're pretty thin on their pitching, on their pitchers right now. I think I'm gonna lean with the Blue Jays at home in this one. Hopefully Manoah can have a better game on the mound. Next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Reds versus the Boston Red Sox. Boston opening up as home favorites at -170. The Reds +140 with the over-under at 10.5. Reds coming into this matchup 25-29. Boston 28-26. Pitching for the Reds is Luke Weaver with an ERA of 5.45. Pitching for the Red Sox is James Paxton with an ERA of 5.14. Weaver, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Paxton, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 5 strikeouts. The Reds, they're on a 4-game winning streak right now, beating Boston 9-8 in the last game. Yeah, I mean, they've been playing very well here. I'd say it's a pretty even pitching matchup. Paxton coming off a 5-run game for Boston here. I still think the Reds are a decent underdog today, getting big plus money from a big win yesterday too. Even pitching matchup. I think I'll take a shot with the Reds +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Philadelphia Phillies versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up. Actually, Phillies are opening up as road favorites at -120. The Mets +100 with the over-under at 8.5. Phillies coming into this matchup 25-29. The Mets 28-27. Pitching for the Phillies is Aaron Nola with an ERA of 4.59. Pitching for the Mets is Carlos Carrasco with an ERA of 6.75. Nola, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Carrasco, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Philly on a 2-game losing streak, losing 2-0 to the Mets yesterday. A nice shutout win for the Mets. The Phillies are just 1-7 on the road against the Mets, 1-6 straight up against the Mets here. And yeah, Carrasco been bad on the mound for the Mets, and yeah, not in love with that. But you know, the Phillies have just struggled. Phillies have definitely struggled here, and but you know, they've just been very bad against the Mets here. I was looking at something else wrong. Mets have been very good. They're 6-0 at home right now. Carrasco coming off a 1-run game, a better performance. He's been kind of bad though, but Nola hasn't been much better. I mean, he's given up 11 runs in his last 3 starts here. I think I'll take a shot with the Mets +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Twins versus the Houston Astros. Houston opening up as home favorites at -175. Minnesota +155 with the over-under at 8. Twins coming into this matchup 28-27. The Astros 32-22. Pitching for the Twins is Louis Varland with an ERA of 4.24. Pitching for the Astros is Hunter Brown with an ERA of 3.12. Varland, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Brown, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 10 strikeouts. Houston winning 5-1 yesterday against Minnesota. Both teams trading a win so far in this little series. Minnesota 1-4 on the road against Houston, 3-8 against Houston. So they've really struggled against Houston here. It is a pretty even pitching matchup on both sides today, and I think I'm going to lean with the home team. And Hunter Brown 5-1, been very good for the Astros this season. I'm going to take the Astros at home. Next matchup, we got the Colorado Rockies versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Arizona opening up as home favorites at -165. Colorado +140 with the over-under at 10. Rockies coming into this matchup 24-32. Arizona 32-23. Pitching for the Rockies is Connor Siebold with an ERA of 5.94. Pitching for Arizona is Tommy Henry with an ERA of 4.50. Siebold, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Henry, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Colorado coming off back-to-back losses against Arizona. It's been tough for them this series. They're 0-5 on the road, 1-4 on the road against Arizona here, and Siebold really hasn't been that good on the mound, and I think I'm going to roll with the Diamondbacks at home. Then the last matchup, we got the New York Yankees versus the Seattle Mariners. Seattle opening up as home favorites at -140. The Yankees +125 with the over-under at 7.5. The Yankees coming into this matchup 34-23. Seattle 28-27. Pitching for the Yankees is Clark Schmidt with an ERA of 5.58. Pitching for the Mariners is George Kirby with an ERA of 3.43. Schmidt, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Kirby, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 4 strikeouts. The Yankees on a 4-game winning streak, back-to-back wins against Seattle, winning 10-2 and 10-4. Crazy, they've been underdogs this series with how dominant they've been. They're 6-0 on the road. 15-5 on the road against Seattle. Still an underdog too, which is crazy the way they've played. I'm going to take a shot with the Yankees +1.5 on the road. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Wednesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Thursday. Have a good one.